Welcome to Crowns and Sashes. Good morning, everyone. I have the lovely editor Charlotte with me today. It is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and Charlotte is going to tell us about her experience. Hello, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Could you tell us your experience with skin cancer?
So I've actually got two experiences. So a personal one for me. So I have got like a little, I can't remember the technical name they said it was, something about like a burst blood vessel, which will never go away. It's like a permanent mark on the top of my leg.
Oh, okay.
So I saw it and I was like, oh, what's that? So I went to my GP and my GP's like, I don't know what this is. I'm not a specialist.
That's not what you want to hear from a doctor, is it?
No, it's really not. I was like, all right then. So you're sending me to a specialist. Should I be nervous about this? And I was actually quite nervous. I was like, oh God, this is a bit scary. Because as soon as you hear the word specialist, you do freak out a little, don't you? And then I went and she's like, no, it's fine. You've just got this burst like blood vessel thing. But it's permanent. It won't disappear. We can remove it for you, but you'll end up with a hole in your leg. I'm like, I don't want a hole in my leg, thank you. I'll just leave it as it is. So yeah. Sorry?
Well, I've got a mole just under my boob, and I've been to the doctors before, and they just told me to, when you're in the sun, maybe put a plaster over it or something, or just make sure you apply factor 50 to that area, but just make sure that it doesn't change in colour. But I forget it's there sometimes. So when you're in the sun, you do have to remind yourself, mole, check it.
But really, really careful. I mean, she never said I had to do anything like that with it, cover it up, as long as I'm wearing suntan lotion and things.
Yeah.
The rest of my moles, I do keep an eye on because I do have quite a lot. I call them beauty spots.
Yes.
Unless it's beauty spots.
We have a few. I'm just covered in freckles.
Exactly. I've got them all over. So I do keep an eye on them, if they become bumpy or they change shape. And things like that. So I do be careful, and I wear SPF every day on my face, and when I'm out in the sun I always use, I don't really look at factors, which is probably not a very good thing. What I look at is the stars on the back, the UVA stars.
Right.
So I always pick one which is, I can't remember if it's maximum of 4 stars or 5 stars, but I either use a 4-star or a 5-star. But because I've got very dry skin, because I do have a bit of eczema, I always use an oil, which a lot of people think, no, she's wearing oil. But because it's...
to me, that means, oh my God, she's going to fry.
Yeah, but it's Hawaiian Tropic I always use, or a Malibu one. No, it's not Hawaiian Tropic because they drop their stars. So I changed to Malibu.
Right.
They're a 4 or a 5-star. And I do use a factor 30 oil. And it's the best one I've ever used. So I'm not necessarily looking at the factors. I'm looking at the UVA protection on the star. That's very important. And then, unfortunately, when my Granny P had lung cancer, she actually got secondary skin cancer as well, but they didn't really do much because she was already had lung cancer, and unfortunately, at the end of her life, so they just removed it just to stop it from spreading further. But it has made me a bit more sun savvy, I suppose. But luckily, I haven't had anything too bad so far.
If your nan hadn't have already been poorly, would she have been able to have picked that up some other way, or was it just because she was already in, she didn't realise she had skin cancer as well?
She didn't realise. No, they just kind of spotted it when she was having all the checkups, and they're like, yeah, let's just quickly remove it. And it literally, that was it, just remove that piece of skin, and there were fake scissors there, and that was it. It was gone. I mean, the priority for her was a lung cancer. I mean, she ended up in a lung. She went down to one lung, and then the remaining lung was that badly scarred. She basically had half a lung. So the skin cancer wasn't really a big issue, but it can be because it can spread quite quickly, and then it can spread to parts of the body, and it can become terminal. And that's why it's so important. You need to check your moles. You need to notice if there is any changes with them, and if there is any changes, like you go to your GP and they can check it out for you.
Do you know, so if you noticed your mole was starting to change in colour or something, would you feel any other side effects, or is it just something's changed on you?
It's normally just something's changed on you with skin.
You wouldn't necessarily feel ill or anything?
No, not really. I mean, I'm going to do a full awareness video about all the facts and figures and symptoms. But normally it's changes in moles, changes in skin colour, and also rashes. Rashes is a thing as well for skin cancer, which I wasn't aware of until I started reading. But normally it is predominantly moles, but it's not the case. But like I always say, with every single awareness video I do for cancer, know your own body, notice if anything changes, go see your GP. It's very
definitely.
Can't drum it into people's head enough. Know your body.
Just check it constantly, please.
Exactly. It's just so important that you do know your own body, because it's when it comes to cancer, it's all about early diagnosis.
It is.
Earlier you get found you have cancer, the earlier you can find treatment, and normally when it's early you can have less invasive treatment as well.
Exactly.
And then your chance of survival are a lot higher. So, but with skin cancer, everyone be sun safe, wear your SPF, wear good UVA protection, wear sunglasses, wear a hat, go in the shade between 12 and 3 normally.
Yeah, hottest time, isn't it?
Exactly. And then just keep an eye on your moles, just like you do with your boob checks, once a month. Have a mole check once a month.
Exactly.
Time, and then it can save your life.
Exactly. How has this changed your outlook on it being in the sun? Because I know you love your holidays.
I do love my holidays. I do.
Has it made you think, like you say, go in between 12 and 3? Do you do that? Do you think, oh, I need to reapply some more sun cream because it's been an hour?
I'm a bit of a fidget bum on holiday, so I can't just lay for hours anyway. I'm up and then in the pool, so I'll have like half an hour sunbathing, and then I'll jump in the pool, and then I get out of the pool, get dry, put more suntan lotion on,
slap it on again.
And then with oil, I notice if it needs topping up quicker as well, because you don't have to feel as much. You can't see it in the sun, it kind of glistens, doesn't it?
Yes.
So it makes it easier for me to know if I need to reapply. I do always try to go inside between 12 and 3. It might not be for the full 3 hours, but
go in.
I'm a foodie, so I always have my lunch around that time and get all my food and my snacks and drinks and stuff. So I always have at least an hour, maybe 2 hours of that time inside as well.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to my daughter, I make sure she's on a SPF 50. She has a like a P51, so I spray it on, and it's supposed to last all day, but obviously I constantly
apply more.
She actually uses a dry oil as well. Again, people are like, whoa, you're using oil on your daughter? I'm like, yeah, but it's an SPF 50, it's an all day one, it's a dry oil, so it's not greasy, and it's brilliant because it's just a spray on, so it's so much easier to put on her. And again, it's got 4 or 5 star UVA protection, so with her all over it. I'm like one of those mums that you see running around the pool,
following her. And she's going, Mum, leave me alone.
I want to go swimming, I want to be a mermaid. I'm like, no, you need suntan lotion on, child. And like, even if she starts getting a little bit red, because she is a water baby, then it's t-shirt on over the swimming costume, that added protection as well. So, but she always gets red round there, and everyone thinks it's sunburn, and it's not. It's just wear her goggles, rub her face, because she's water. But yeah, I'm very sun savvy, I think, especially when I'm away. And even in the UK, I do like to sit out in the garden, but I do get too hot and I get bored, so I'll come in and have a little chat and then go back out when it's cooled down and things. So
finally, any advice to anyone? And I suppose you've already said it, know your body, check yourself.
Everyone should know advice by now. Know your body, know your changes, go to the steps. Just be your own health advocate. Like I say, just know your body, know your changes. I can't say it enough times, and like I said, and I always will say, it can save your life. I'm so open about cancer, and I know not everyone likes talking about it, but we have to have these uncomfortable conversations.
But the doctors are there for a reason as well, and they're there to help you, aren't they? So if you notice anything, just ring them, just go.
Exactly. Even in COVID, they will see you, or they'll do a video call with you at least.
Of course they will.
See what you're talking about, but they are there for you, and if they don't know the answer, like
they'll send you to someone else.
They'll send you to someone else who actually will know the answer.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much for sharing your experience with us today.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
See you later. Bye.